It is now 6:31. You're tuned to NRP Radio. Stand by now for the newscast coming your way right here on this station. We thank you so much for joining us this morning. And the news is coming up next. A very pleasant Monday morning to you. It's Monday, the 13th day of November 2023. I am Leon Nash with the NRP Break of Day newscast. Here are the headlines. Education Minister says that Jamaica must not accept the murder of children as normal. Jamaica's cattle breeds are getting attention as part of efforts to build livestock industry. Search likely to resume today for a woman missing after boat off St. Mary Coast. 2 St. Anne women perish in crash in Trelawney. And in sport, the Reggae Boys played to a scoreless draw against Guatemala on Saturday in New Jersey in a friendly arranged outside of the FIFA window. The news today comes to you courtesy of Siritsu Communications, connecting homes, connecting lives, connecting multiple platforms through convergence. Check them today by calling 876-333-1927 or 876-333-1926. Siritsu Communications, we are here to serve you better.
Discover the power of seamless connection with Siritsu Communications, your go-to wireless internet provider. Right here in your backyard, our expert team delivers state-of-the-art internet service promptly and professionally. Choose from our comprehensive packages: AirSpeed, Home, Advanced, or Custom, all designed for the data-driven user. Ready for lightning fast internet? Call us at 876-333-1926 or 876-333-1927 and be online within hours. Siritsu Communications, where we're not just connecting homes, we're building communities through technology.
And now the news. Minister of Education and Youth, Favour Williams, says the killing of a child was not normal and Jamaica should not accept it as such. The minister was speaking at the funeral service for 9-year-old Talia Thompson, who was raped and murdered in Discovery Bay, St. Anne in September. The minister said that losing a child was one of the most devastating things that could happen to anyone. She said that the nation had not yet begun to understand the consequences of the murder of so many children. She questioned why there were so many brutal crimes being committed against children. Minister Williams said a young life of promise was zapped from a family.
To Talia's parents, we know expression of sorrow and regret will never be enough to console you. You knew your daughter in a special way. Her laughter when she was just a tiny tot learning to walk, when she made her first step to school and her increasing self-confidence as she grew. And then in a flash, she was taken from you. In these dark times, I want to assure you that we will continue to support you in the days and months ahead. I speak today not only in my capacity as Minister of Government with responsibility for education and youth, but also personally as a mother and a Jamaican.
That was Education Minister Favour Williams. The service was held at the Palmer's Cross Seventh-day Adventist Church in Clarendon. A search is likely to recommence this morning for a woman who reportedly fell into the sea when a boat capsized off the St. Mary coast on Saturday. Reports are that several people from Kingston were on an excursion at Strawberry Fields together when they agreed to go on a boat ride. The boat, the Master Blaster, reportedly capsized in choppy waters off the fishing beach. Reports are that 8 people were rescued or accounted for, but a 22-year-old woman who could not be located. That should be a 22-year-old woman could not be located. Fishermen and residents of the area went out in boats in the choppy waters, but the search was called off late afternoon. Police were waiting on assistance from the JDF to continue the search up to yesterday. The Jamaica cattle industry is focused on building back threatened breeds and improving pasture for their nutrition. That's the main message delivered by Minister of Agriculture Floyd Green at the 22nd staging of Jamaica's biggest cattle show at Minnard Estate, St. Anne, on Thursday. The show, the Minnard Livestock Show and Beef Festival at Minnard Estate near Brownstown in St. Anne, attracted hundreds of Jamaican students as well as cattle farmers, experts, and interests in livestock. Mr. Green said that Jamaica should not and would not lose its valuable herd after all the research work done in developing breeds. Referring to the work of renowned Jamaican scientist Dr. T.P. Leckie, Mr. Green said that Jamaica had a good foundation but must develop the breeds to drive the livestock sector. He acknowledged the achievements of the research team at Bodles, Minnard, and the Jamaica Dairy Development Board in their genetic improvement initiatives across all cattle lines, including Jamaica Black, Brahman, and Red Pole. Mr. Green spoke specifically about the work being done to revive and expand the Jamaica Black and Jamaica Hope in particular.
So from the Ministry of Agriculture perspective, our job is to ensure that the livestock sector grows and get even stronger. We have a solid foundation. We know the breeds that were done by T.P. Leckie, but what we need to do is to ensure that there's none of those breeds that are under threat. And as such, we have been working with Bodles, we've been working with Minnard, and with the Cattle Breeders Association. Firstly, targeting our Jamaica Black line, because that was the line that was under greatest threat. And as such, we've been working with our Montpelier research station using artificial insemination to build back the herd size of our Jamaica Black line. And I must say, we are pleased with the progress of that.
And Mr. Green said that the ministry was also concerned about the Jamaica Hope, which was crucial in the rebuilding of the dairy industry.
Are concerned about the Jamaica Hope. And as such, we have appointed a team which will be headed by Byron Lawrence out of the Jamaica Dairy Development Board that will lead a team of researchers at Bodles to see to the genetic improvement of the Jamaica Hope. The Jamaica Hope is critical to our dairy sector, and we are on a drive to rebuild our dairy industry. So
that was Agriculture Minister Floyd Green. And finally, in the local segment of the NRP Break of Day newscast, Prime Minister Andrew Holness is pointing to the commencement of work on the Montego Bay Perimeter Road in St. James. The works are set to cost $204 million US, or more than 42 billion Jamaican dollars. Mr. Holness gave an update while addressing the official opening of the Barnett Center, or that should be the Barnett Business Center in Fairfield, St. James, on Thursday, November 9. He said works had started at Irwin and the underpass construction at Cornwall Courts was also underway. Mr. Holness said the scope of work extended beyond the Perimeter Road and would include other roadways such as the Long Hill Bypass, over which there have been numerous complaints. You're listening to the news on NRP Radio, your primary Christian source for news, sports, and the weather on nrpmediaja.com. Reaching you where you are, no boundaries, no limitations. This information package is brought to you by Siritsu Communications, connecting homes, connecting lives, connecting multiple platforms through convergence. Check them today by calling 876-333-1927 or 876-333-1926. Siritsu Communications, we are here to serve you better. We're standing by now for the sports coming your way, but first let's go back and hear a little bit from our sponsor. Then we'll move into our sports package.
Discover the power of seamless connection with Siritsu Communications, your go-to wireless internet provider. Right here in your backyard, our expert team delivers state-of-the-art internet service promptly and professionally. Choose from our comprehensive packages: AirSpeed, Home, Advanced, or Custom, all designed for the data-driven user. Ready for lightning fast internet? Call us at 876-333-1926 or 876-333-1927 and be online within hours. Siritsu Communications, where we're not just connecting homes, we're building communities through technology.
It's 18 minutes now, going up to the hour of 7 o'clock. This is news on NRP Radio. Let's now give you sporting information brought to you by Hepburn's Glass. Hepburn's Glass, they are located at 13 Chisholm Avenue, and that is in Kingston.
Hepburn's Glass Supplies is the latest trend-setting supplier of glass and mirrors in the industry. We specialize in tinted and clear glasses, as well as mirrors for all your windows, doors, and closets at very competitive prices. To maximize your shopping experience, we stock 316 and 1/8 mirror thickness and 316 and quarter thickness in our entire stock of float glasses. We have in stock gloves, cutters, and suction cups at unbeatable prices. Our customer service is second to none, with same-day cutting for your specific measurements. Visit our office at 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. Call us at 908-0962 or email hepburn.glass@gmail.com. Hepburn's Glass, quality service is our priority.
Thank you very much, Hepburn's Glass. And now we kick off on football. And the Reggae Boys played to a scoreless draw against Guatemala on Saturday in New Jersey, United States. The friendly was arranged outside of the FIFA window, and therefore the Jamaica team was not at full strength, as many of those who play in Europe were unavailable. Jamaica will now turn their attention to the first of a two-legged CONCACAF Nations League quarterfinal against Canada at the National Stadium. This will be on Friday, November 14. However, before that, the Reggae Boys, led by Captain Jerome Waite, will commence training on Monday at 11 a.m. at the National Stadium. And in some football results in the National Premier League, defending champions Mount Pleasant Academy just keep on winning. On Sunday afternoon, they beat Malines United 3-1 at the Tony Spalding Complex in Kingston. Newly promoted Treasure Beach beat fellow newcomers to the league, Limehall 1-0, to taste victory for the first time. And in netball news now, Jamaica's Sunshine Girls managed only 5th place among the 6 teams at the 2023 Fast 5 World Series netball. The Sunshine Girls lost 2 of 3 matches on Saturday. They lost to South Africa, England, and New Zealand. Australia defeated New Zealand to win a second consecutive title. Jamaica went downhill following their thrilling victory over the Australians on Friday. That's our sports break. In our break of day news package this morning, brought to you by Hepburn's Glass. They're located at 13 Chisholm Avenue in Kingston. One more time from Hepburn's Glass.
Hepburn's Glass Supplies is the latest trend-setting supplier of glass and mirrors in the industry. We specialize in tinted and clear glasses, as well as mirrors for all your windows, doors, and closets at very competitive prices. To maximize your shopping experience, we stock 316 and 1/8 mirror thickness and 316 and quarter thickness in our entire stock of float glasses. We have in stock gloves, cutters, and suction cups at unbeatable prices. Our customer service is second to none, with same-day cutting for your specific measurements. events. Visit our office at 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. Call us at 908-0962 or email hepburn.glass@gmail.com. Hepburn's Glass. Quality service is our priority.
All right, we promise to bring you a good news story as often as we can. If you know of or are aware of any event or person whose good story we should highlight, please send this information to our email address at nationalreligiousmediaja@gmail.com. That's nationalreligiousmediaja@gmail.com. Or you can call 876-336-9928. That's the local news and sports. Stand by now for the latest international news, courtesy of the Voice of America. The VOA being our partners, let's hear what they've got to tell us this morning, happening on the international scene.
This is VOA News. I'm Alexis Strope. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has rejected growing international calls for a ceasefire unless it includes the release of all the nearly 240 hostages captured by Hamas, a U.S.-designated terrorist group, in the October 7th attack. AP correspondent Charles de Ledesma reports.
In an interview on NBC's Meet the Press, Netanyahu said the responsibility of any harm to civilians lies with Hamas. Israel will continue fighting in Gaza until Hamas is driven out of the territory.
Destroy Hamas. If you want security, destroy Hamas. If you want a future for Israel, the Palestinians, the Middle East, destroy Hamas.
Pushed to comment on if a deal for hostages may be in the making, the Prime Minister didn't want to divulge details.
Putting pressure on the Hamas leadership, that's the one thing that might create a deal. And if a deal is available, well, we'll talk about it when it's there.
Netanyahu said Israel had offered Gaza City's Shifa hospital fuel to run generators, also to evacuate the hospitals, but they'd refused it, he says. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
Thousands of people have fled Gaza's largest hospital as Israeli forces and Palestinian militants battle outside its gates. But hundreds of patients, including dozens of babies at risk of dying because of a lack of electricity, remained inside on Monday. The head of the World Health Organization says Shifa has been without water for 3 days and is, quote, not functioning as a hospital anymore. Both sides have seized on the hospital's plight as a symbol of the larger war, now in its 6th week. For Palestinians, it evokes the suffering of civilians under Israeli bombardment in a besieged enclave. Israel claims, without providing evidence, that Hamas has a command center and in and beneath the medical compound, allegations denied by Hamas and hospital staff. For additional stories, visit voanews.com. This is VOA News.
Thank you very much for listening there to the latest from the international scene, courtesy of the VOA. And we invite you to continue listening throughout the course of today for more from the Voice of America. Now let's head over to give you an item of information from the Weather Center. The National Meteorological Service of Jamaica is reporting that there is a significant feature of a trough and low-level jet stream across Jamaica. The trough and low-level jet stream are forecasted to persist across the island for the next few days. Windy conditions are expected, particularly in the afternoons. There is a chance of increased showers and thunderstorms activity later this week due to the potential development of a severe weather system in the southwestern Caribbean Sea. In the 24-hour forecast this morning, expect isolated showers across sections of eastern and north-central parishes, fair to partly cloudy elsewhere, and becoming windy as well. This afternoon, expect widely scattered showers and thunderstorms across the central and western parishes. It will be windy. Tonight, becoming fair. In the 3-day forecast starting tomorrow, that's Tuesday through to Thursday. On Tuesday, it will be fair to partly cloudy with isolated showers and thunderstorms across the sections of western parishes in the afternoon. Windy along coastal areas. On Wednesday, it will be becoming fair, mostly cloudy with isolated scattered showers and thunderstorms across the island, beginning with southern parishes. It will be windy. On Thursday, scattered thunderstorms with that should be thunder showers with which could be heavy and very heavy at times across all parishes. And of course, it will be windy. In other current regional weather features at this time, there is a stationary front across the Gulf of Mexico. In terms of our maximum temperature expected for Kingston and Montego Bay today, for Kingston, 34 degrees Celsius. For Montego Bay, 33 degrees Celsius. That's our weather report and forecast right here on NRP Radio. It's happening right here inside the NRP Break of Day newscast. And with that, we've come to the end of our news presentation for this morning. But before we go, here are the headlines once again. Education Minister says that Jamaica must not accept the murder of children as normal. Jamaica's cattle breeds getting attention as part of efforts to build a livestock industry. Searchlight to resume this morning for a woman missing after boat overturns off St. Mary Coast on the weekend. 2 St. Anne women perished in crash in Trelawney. And in sport, the Reggae Boys played to a scoreless draw against Guatemala on Saturday in New Jersey in a friendly arranged outside of the FIFA window. The full package of news came to you courtesy of Sirius Communications, connecting homes, connecting lives, connecting multiple platforms through convergence. Check them today by calling 876-333 1927 and 1926. Sirius Communications, we are here to serve you better. One more time and the last time inside of the newscast from our sponsor.
Discover the power of seamless connection with Suritsu Communications, your go-to wireless internet provider. Right here in your backyard, our expert team delivers state-of-the-art internet service promptly and professionally. Choose from our comprehensive packages: AirSpeed, Home, Advanced, or Custom, all designed for the data-driven user. Ready for lightning fast internet? Call us at 876-333-1926 or 876-333-1927 and be online within hours. Suritsu Communications, where we're not just connecting homes, we're building communities through technology.
Here is our invitation for you to join us again this evening at 6:30 for the NRP Evening News Roundup with Luan Bramwell Shakes. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube at NRP Media JA and click on the notification bell. You're also invited to send us your Facebook requests to join our Facebook live broadcast, and that is at the handle NRP Media JA and LEAON Nash. Our radio platform at nrpmediaja.com is always operating 24/7, 365 days per year for your listening pleasure. Join the growing medium and feel fulfilled. I am Leon Nash, and this has been your NRP News for this morning. We do hope and trust that you found the items that we presented to you this morning quite interesting. Have a good morning. And we say good morning to you one more time and are encouraging you that if you're online this morning, please leave us your comments and your feedback for the news that we have been presenting. Send us your comments to our WhatsApp line, 876-336-9928. That's 876-336-9928. And for emphasis, we do it one more time for you, 876-336-9928. If you're online on YouTube at NRP Media JA or on Facebook under the same handle or at Leon Nash, then please also leave your comments in the chat line. Thank you so much for being here this morning, and we want to wish for you a wonderful, wonderful day.
Radio listener, wherever you are in the world, here's the place for your weekly package of accurate news, insightful analysis, and frank commentary by me, Franklin McKnight, on the Frankly Speaking Jamaica podcast. It's all here on nrpmediaja.com. Every Monday at 1 p.m. and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Jamaica time. Share in this latest fast-paced reporting, honest analysis, and frank commentary on the Frankly Speaking Jamaica podcast here on NRP Media and NRP Radio. Now they're all found on the online platform nrpmediaja.com. You may also go to the Frankly Speaking Jamaica YouTube channel at any time for the latest podcast. Frankly Speaking on NRP Media and Radio, reaching you wherever you are, no boundaries, no limitations. Join us.